Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now, and I really appreciate you taking your time tuning into my video. As you can see by the title of the video, I got a real good one for you today. Before I get into the video, I want to thank everybody for all the well wishes. After yesterday I posted that I was in the ER. I had been experiencing like my heart was flip-flopping and not beating correctly and had shortness of breath. And of course they did tons and tons of tests, and after God knows how many hours being there, I was told what I don't have, but also I don't know what actually I do have at this moment. I was told that I don't have any blockages in my heart, I don't have diabetes, and these are extra beats in my heart. And they said it could be caused by different things. One thing they did say is a lot of the levels in my blood are running high, and not real high, just a little bit over the level of what they consider high. So they want me to go to a couple of specialists so they can find out what actually is going on. So of course I have to go to a cardiologist and then to a blood specialist so they can figure that out as well. And they said with the high levels within my blood, that's what's most likely causing of what I call this flippy floppy, which they call extra beats. So I'll keep you guys updated. So this is a real interesting story. 16 ATF agents paid a visit to the largest gun shop in America. But is it a coincidence that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is supposed to be visiting that same gun store in a couple of days? Adventures Outdoors in Smyrna, Georgia are sounding the alarm after what they're calling an unprecedented visit by the ATF. And all this just days before Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and possible 2024 presidential candidate is supposed to visit that store. The owner and manager, Eric Wallace, said they're used to routine inspections, but nothing like this has ever happened. He said he hasn't heard of any other FFL that has had 16 investigators at one time. He said it seems extreme. And it seems like Mr. Wallace is a smart man. He contacted his elected officials. He contacted Congressman Barry Loudermilk and 3 other Georgia congressional members, Mike Collins, Rick McCormick, and Marjorie Taylor Greene. And what did those elected officials do after they found out about this? They all went to that store while the ATF was still there. In a tweet, Marjorie Taylor Greene said, "This is a prime example of Joe Biden and the Democrats weaponizing federal agencies to silence and intimidate their political opponents." And of course the ATF says they don't target stores, and they don't have the manpower nor the cultural reasoning to do something like that. How can they say they don't have the manpower when 16 ATF agents show up at the gun store? And I understand it's a large gun shop. They say the largest in the country. But does it have to happen just days before Ron DeSantis is supposed to be there? There was also concerns that a lot of the 16 agents that visited the store were from out of state. And of course the ATF said that it's not out of the norm for them to send that many agents to a FFL. And they asked the ATF, was the DeSantis visit affect the timing of the inspection? And their response was, our visits have nothing to do with elected officials coming and going. That's hilarious, that's funny. But that's not convincing everyone. Georgia Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones tweeted he wants to investigate what he calls an egregious overreach. He said it seems to be suspicious at a minimum. They told us they were unrelated. The ATF said the inspection started Friday. And listen to this, they said it could take up to 2 weeks for them to finish. And just some add-on information I wanted to give you. Before this visit, the most ATF agents that have ever inspected that store were 8. And now they doubled it to 16 in days before Ron DeSantis' visit. He said 2 inspectors showed up last Friday and said that 16 ATF agents would be there on Monday. And they said this ATF visit was from what they called the MIT, the Major Inspection Team. On Monday, Mr. Wallace said he worries about the ATF's power to revoke his license and shutter his store. In my opinion, it's a targeted attack. Of course, with a large gun store like they have, you have to have more ATF agents for the inspection. But like I said, the most they've ever had in a visit was 8, and they double it to 16, and just days before Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is supposed to be there, it's definitely a targeted attack. Do you guys think that as well? Do you think it was a targeted attack? Let me know in the comments section down below. And once again, I really do appreciate everybody's well wishes about my health. I really do appreciate it. And I also appreciate the overwhelming support with the channel this month. It's just been amazing. With a couple of days left in the month, the channel's over 5,000 new subscribers. And the likes and the shares and people subscribing is way up. It's just amazing to me, and I really do appreciate it. and I invite everybody back to see my next video.